Hello again. This was kind of quick because I have just received another shipment from Japan. Beautiful and new to me Technics RS-AZ7, which is top of the line deck back in I believe 94 to like 99, early 2000. That's what they made it back in the day. And of course, Japanese model, 100 volts and black finish. And this was a kind of a surprise because I bought a deck and the guy did send me a remote. I finally have a deck with a remote. Brand spanking new remote. I think this thing was never used. And not only remote, he also sent a manual, but it's in Japanese, so I can't read a thing. But nevertheless, it is absolutely immaculate, mint in this folder. What a guy. I love Japanese people. They're so meticulous and dedicated to things. Anyway, thanks, man. So Class AA. What's interesting about this deck is, okay, we power it on. This beautiful light that illuminates the, this is AZ, which is AZ head, amorphous Z head. If you remember, the 965 Panasonic had an amorphous X head, which is about the same. These heads are kind of bulletproof. So here's the thing. I also daisy chained it to my SUV 900. As you can tell, this is what I was wondering, and so I have checked that today. These will actually work, power up, even if the amp is off. That's pretty cool. And you can kind of power up the amp, and they're all back to life. Let's see, this is on this. So what's interesting about this one? Has a remote just like my 965, even though I didn't get the remote with the 965. And I sold the 965, which makes me kind of sad because 965 would be a perfect match to this one. But I sold it to a really cool gentleman who I'm sure is going to take good care of it. So I'm happy. I actually gave it to him for less than what I paid for it. But it's okay. I knew this one was on the way, so that's mine as well. This shouldn't be. This is supposedly, you know, if you look at the numbers, this one is not as good as 965 spec-wise, but it's a hell of a deck, and it'll need a new belt. I can tell you that right off the bat for the drawer. And let's see, I have a tape, Chiboni, miracle. So this is not just like my RS-DC8. When you insert the tape, it doesn't close, so you have to, let me use the remote. I have a remote now. So when you close it, definitely new belt. I did test it before, so it has this clicking noise. It works, it runs, but has a clicking noise. I have a pretty good idea it could be one of the driving gears, so I'm gonna have to take it apart and service the mechanism. But when you go into play, you'll hear it. Hear that? It does play. And also, right off the bat, the display is way smaller. Like 965 had a display which is the size of this one. If you look at the peak meter, where's the peak meter? How do I set the peak meter on this one? Oh, I guess you have to put a CD in. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, here we go. I tricked it. So yeah, oh, let's see where. Okay, what do I have to do? I have to There's something wrong, I'm not sure what. Oh, here. This is recording, it's a play. Yeah, it'll need a service. This is the direct. So it bypasses all these controls and everything, you know, for Dolby and whatnot. And it's a direct from the head, direct a little preamp into that one. So it's supposed to sound better, even though it's not gonna sound better now because it is notable though. But it needs a service. Let's not force it. Noisy. Not a biggie. So you want to disengage. I think I know what it is. Okay, cool. We'll fix it. But the deck is in such a mint condition. I have never received something this beautiful and clean and absolutely no scratches. So this is going to be so nice. Very self-explanatory. You have these controls here, Dolby, MPX filter. This is a counter reset, and this is the memory stop, memory, you know. This is for the output for the headphones. This is the automated recording control, so you do the bias and everything automatically. We'll probably demo it one of these days. Recording play stop. This feature is so nice. There's the monitor as well. 965 had more features, but because it didn't have this automated thing, and it was, I mean, overall it was a better deck. It was heavier than this one, definitely. Even though this one comes with the Technics hybrid construction base. So this is like an absorbing material, THCB I think it's called, Technics hybrid construction base, yeah, THCB, which is similar to the TNRC, Technics non-resonant compound, which is these things. It's a lovely deck. I love the design from the mid to late 90s, the Technics had. It is very smooth, it's pretty. It's like, you know, I want to touch it. This one, you know, sharp edges, and this one as well. But it's beautiful too. I like it definitely. Actually, this is my favorite era. Like after this one, but before that one. So this one is like in between. So this is like late 80s, mid to late 80s, late 80s to mid to 90s, and this is like mid 90s to like late 90s design. After that, it was all right. And then Technics pretty much very shortly stopped making all those lovely components. But this is a very nice deck. I'm pretty sure I will enjoy it. Look at the lovely green light, like illuminates everything. All this will be clean, even though it's very clean. Probably the cleanest unit that I have ever received. Cleanest component, and everything is in pretty much Japanese. Oh no, it says do not touch the head, do not use demagnetize cassette, warning. So it's in English too, cool. But everything else is in Japanese, so it'll make my life a little bit more difficult. That's all right. I said it. And controls are very nice. It's like, has this been used at all? I hope so. It's so lovely. Definitely came from a non-smoking household. Unlike my 965, I literally took it apart and washed it, cleaned everything, because that one had some weird residue on it. I did restore it, and it was lovely later, but I don't like electronics that were in smoking households. It's not good. Smoke is not good for the electronics. And this one too, I mean, I have to say this one is really lovely. All these, most of them, oh gosh, I love this. I love it. And this one has a little more resistance to it, like smoother than my Technics 900 and the SU-M810. SU-M810 actually had like it was really a nice feel to it when you turn it. Had it heavy, yet smooth. I mean, these are too, this is so metal. Yeah, this is when, you know, they use metal. Like, you touch it, it's metal, cold, solid quality. This, I don't think so. It's lovely, but I don't think this is metal. I don't know, maybe this part here, some of these, this is, maybe this is not. And I'm gonna have to work on that thing. But, and also, you can use the remote to put in the standby, which is lovely as well. Oh, I didn't, I should try my other remotes to see if they work. Well, maybe in another video. But what a beautiful remote, brand new, unused. I think you see something here that's just me touching it. So I have 3 Japanese components now. I had it before as well, but yeah, this is like well, I mean, I can't. It's really hard to make a decision what setup, at what point the setup was like put together with my favorite components. I missed the SU-M810 because I love that set. I will get another SU-M810 to complete that set again and tweak it to the max. But this amplifier has such a lovely sound, way better than any of those previous two, than the Technics SU-V900 and the SU-M810. Again, I'm gonna repeat, it doesn't have the power of those. I think this is the least powerful one, maybe 100 watts per channel. And then the Technics was like, what, 115, 125, something like that, into 8 ohms. And, excuse me, I think SU-M810 was 135, 185. It's like, SU-M810 was a monster. These speakers couldn't put up with the SU-M810. Definitely, I could never crank it all the way up. Definitely, I never tried, but there's no way I could have. And these are like rated 3 or 350 per channel. Maybe even the Technics SU-V900. I don't know if I could. I never did, but, and this one I did. This one I did because I knew this one doesn't have that much power. And when I started like going and going and going, I could tell I could safely crank it all the way up. There's no clipping, there's no popping. It was so smooth, and I've rarely experienced that you can crank the amp all the way up and experience no distortion, no clipping. So this is actually a very nice match with those speakers. However, I would like to get something even nicer than this, but hey, so far I'm happy, I'm satisfied with what I have. I shall do a full cleaning and service because I've noticed that when I started going past the -16 on the scale, it was, let's see if it's going to do it now. No, it doesn't scratch. Maybe I should have a CD here. So I've realized that I'm gonna have to do cleaning, and I think this selector as well, which is basically the one in the back that I have to clean. So I'll do one at a time. I don't want to start both projects. Maybe I'll do this one first since it's already, the cover is taken off. But I can't wait to open up this one to see what it looks like inside. I don't think there's much inside of it. I have to look at other videos, some guys who had them. I think there's this gentleman from, I'm not sure if he's like Russia, Ukraine or something like that. He's a really good guy, has a ton of videos about Technics and some other components, but I think he serviced the AZ7. So I'm definitely gonna get some tips from him. So I can't wait to look at his videos and see what he did to his. Maybe he has the same problem, so it'll be way easier to find the solution for the issue that I'm having with this one. But everything else works, so I think it's going to be pretty straightforward. And even if it requires some parts, I'll just get them. Now it was pretty expensive too. Usually those are not, but now I know why, because it's really in a good shape. Excuse me, I'm still trying to get over my cold. And then of course I had to pay the import tax. Now everybody's talking about these taxes. Well, I've been paying them forever, so I mean, to me, it makes no difference. I know everybody's complaining because even though you can find these components for reasonable money on Japanese auctions, but then you have to pay shipping, and then they charge you tax on top of everything. So they calculate the shipping, the taxes from Japan, the packaging, all their services, handling, warehouse, storage, whatever they charge me over there. So on top of all those charges, they sum it up and charge you import tax, which is like, I don't know, roughly maybe 30%. And then we have a VAT, value added tax, which is 25% here where I'm at. So I could easily, like per se, if I pay, I'm gonna say $100 I didn't pay $100, it was way more, but let's say $100, my import tax and VAT, it's probably going to be like 120, so more than I pay for the component. Excuse me. That's why not a lot of people import those from Japan. But now the rest of the world is going to experience that too, because I live in the States, and whenever somebody sends me something from the States, guess what? I pay taxes. So to me, tariffs are no news. I'm totally used to it, and my life is not going to change at all. Anyway, let's set politics on the side and focus on this. Hopefully, I have so much work right now, so I don't know when I'm going to get to it, but I'll try to start servicing them and publish more videos. And like, if I come up with some good tips, I'll definitely stipulate out those. Make sure you guys are aware, so guys who are doing it, doing themselves, DIYs, they can definitely get some clues and fix up their components easier. So this is what it looks like now. Again, I have like 5-6 components here. This one is now retired for a little bit. I always set this one on the side. Then when I sell the amp, this one has to be back here and power up my system until I get something else. So this is my my kind of a backup amp. It's lovely though. Never fails. This is a very, very unique, very lovely finish, and in a great shape. Also, mint condition. Okay, excuse me. The video is getting too long, and I can barely talk. It's been a long day at work, but again, maybe at some point I'll have 2 setups, and one is going to stay here, the other one is going to go to my dedicated listening room. Once that is finished, gosh, when is that going to happen? So anyway, Technics RS-AZ7 in a very, very clean condition. However, it needs some service and repairs. So I shall work on it, and hopefully this is going to be, hopefully I'll listen to my tapes more. I don't listen to tapes a lot because the 965 needed some service as well, so I wasn't listening to it much. And I didn't have a remote, so I would rather listen to a CD. And also, maybe at some point I will find an amp that will have a remote as well. That will be just perfect. Because yeah, I was one of those guys who I was always saying, oh, I don't want remotes. Remotes are stupid. You want it like simple. You want it like hands-on. just like a car. You want manual, manual, manual. Then you get older and you get lazy. And you want remote for your electronics, and you want automatic for your car. So I think I'm getting to that point. Getting old. But yeah, most guys that are collecting these things are older. Like over 40. So I guess I'm getting close to that. Shh, don't tell everybody. Until the next one. Later, guys.